you straight from the south side. Mike, now you. I'm just so happy to be here right now. Real Rap Podcast. All right. Everybody, welcome back once again to the Real Rap Podcast. I am so happy to be here again. We are on episode 6, I believe, joined for a very special episode with two very lovely young ladies I've had the pleasure of sharing the stage with on several occasions. We're going to go ahead and get them introduced so we can get right into the show. Starting at my right, we have Miss Olivia Carter. If you could, just please tell the people a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the city, how long you've been in the game.
Hey, I'm Olivia Carter. I've been in the game of life for 24 years, and I've been in Chicago since July.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had been here for a while. Like you.
No, I just came in fast and hard, baby.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Where did you come? By what
Where
part?
did I come from?
Mm-hmm. My mother and father.
I came from Kansas, and I lived there most of my life, and then I lived in Milwaukee for a year last year.
Big city dreaming? Is that what brought you here?
Oh yeah, I liked Milwaukee a lot though. Like that was a cool city. I don't know. I'd like to move around forever. I'd like to just keep moving around.
I can understand that. I've definitely done that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And to my left, I have the very talented, very funny Stephanie Robertson. If you could please tell the people whereabouts you're from, how long you've been in comedy.
I am from the northern suburbs of Chicago. I'm from the McHenry area, good old Lake County, the land of glorified ponds. And I've been in Chicago for a few months now, but I started comedy almost a year ago.
Both of you, whippersnappers in the game. Oh, I just dropped out, and here I am again.
He said whippersnappers.
He said whippersnappers.
I definitely
Mike was like,
dated
absolutely,
myself.
You're not about to call them whippersnappers. We will not capture that.
I painted myself in a corner, and the mic was like, I see where this is going.
Yeah, Mike was like, kill yourself.
Do not be fooled whatsoever by their demure appearance. Both of these two are filthy animals. That's why I absolutely adore them.
Demure?
I'm actually coming up with, all right, so I went with whippersnappers, and then I
you
dug
sound
deep.
so old.
I dug deep into my vocabulary.
Mike, please get on with it.
Enough with the meandering. No, so I've made the distinction on this show plenty of times on the difference between comics and funny people. And to me, like, comics is just a job, something that you can learn how to do, like math or whatever. You can learn the equation. And then there's funny people who don't necessarily have to be comics, but those are the only people that I can actually vibe with. And both of you, I've talked to you like one-on-one, either at shows, in the green rooms or whatever, and you're horrible people, but you're funny, which is why
We're horrible people. But wait, is that sincere?
No, I mean, you're probably a good person. You probably put like coins in the red box outside of Walmart in Christmas time.
Charity is ridiculous. So consuming.
But we talk about people, which is what makes me feel good.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You mean you talk shit about people?
Yeah. Or just about life in general. Like, you're not taking anything too terribly serious.
Oh, right, true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you the funny person in school? Was this a natural progression for you to become a comedian?
To say it in school is such a general. It's too general. I hated high school.
Ditto.
What? No.
I hated high school.
Ditto.
I was told.
You hated high school, got good grades, or you hated high school through and through?
I just did what I needed to do, and I left when I was able to leave. But no, I was in drama or drama. I was in theater and stuff, and my drama teacher was like, you need to be friendlier. And I'm like, I'm friendly. I'm friendly when you talk to me, but I am not going to go out of my way to have some meaningless conversation with another high schooler.
Just babble.
I was
like, all
too
these
dead.
dumb high schoolers.
Fucking kids, get the fuck out of here.
So you were born a 37-year-old woman.
Yeah, I was an old lady in high school.
You were born.
I was such a fucking crab. For no reason. I thought back. I've been thinking about it. I was like, I should probably have just chilled out in high school and just like cared less. I didn't care.
We all cared.
I cared so much that I didn't care. I was just like, fuck this place. I want to I want to leave. I want to get out of here. Like, I only enjoyed theater. I was fun in theater. I had a good time in theater. And in gym class, I was fun in gym class.
Everybody loved gym class.
I was a real.
Because you were so angry.
And she had to get out of her
It
aggression.
sounds like such an angry.
I was
teen.
bouncing off the walls of gym, but no, that was fun. And I mean, yeah, like I've had a sense of humor. I would say growing up.
So drama class introduced you to like probably the stage to some degree, and then from there you just found you were like, oh, I can make people laugh.
Yeah, well, I joined it because I was like, I want to make people laugh. It was good. It was fun there, and I felt like I was funny in theater. It's not a weird thing to fucking say. Can I phone a friend and be like, can you vouch for me? But yeah, I did that, and it was fun, and
Now you're here.
let's talk about Olivia. Let's ask Olivia that question.
So was there for you, Olivia? Was there a moment, something that pushed you into comedy, or did you just find your way naturally?
What got me into comedy? I don't know. I've just done that forever. I've done like theater forever, like improv forever, and I just started doing stand-up recently. I think that's just the only way I can really be really do something well or something is like involving performing or something with creativity.
So is that the balance, or would you say you two are probably naturally more closed off in society in general, and this is the way, boom, you can let it all out is by getting on stage?
No, I think I'm a very outgoing, sociable person. I like to be funny. I feel like someone told me I'm always on, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, I can still joke around with friends, and I don't need to save it for the stage.
Do you have a favorite comedian or like a special, something that tipped you off and was like, all right, instead of maybe going to the movie route or going the screenplay route or going, just open stage acting?
Comedy called me. No.
I think also, like, in high school, you don't want to embarrass yourself, like, ever. So when you are doing something funny, it's like you're embarrassing yourself. So, like, no one can embarrass you in a way. And then so I feel like there's some sort of freedom in being silly a bit. And that's why I think I found it young, like, when I was younger, because it's, like, a good way to get over your insecurities.
You pulled the Eminem and 8 Mile move.
That's what I was planning
like, go
to
ahead.
do. Yeah,
you
that's
just
my
walked around with the microphone and threw it at people. Now go ahead, tell them something they don't know about
reference. I get it. Yeah.
You can't tell me that you never watched 8 Mile.
Listen,
I thought you had to read Catcher in the Rye.
Today, and I just pretended I knew what you were talking about. I know that there's a scene where he has sex in the warehouse with that dead actress.
I love that she's just dead actress. I'm actually trying to remember her name. Shout out to you.
She was in the movie with Dakota Fanning, Uptown Girls.
And her name is right there. She was in
Brittany
Murphy.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Beautiful soul. Rest in peace. People think that she was killed by
She
her
knew
husband.
too much? Oh.
Yeah, I don't. I just remembered her like 2 weeks ago and like Googled.
You just remembered her 2 minutes ago.
And that's why I saw the clip with the.
Oh my god.
It's the most of 8 Mile I've ever seen, which is really pervy. I don't like that the only scene I've seen in a movie is the sex scene.
Oof. But overall, it's a good movie, and it covers that topic of pulling it out first.
I feel like you came here today to talk about 8 Mile.
I had one agenda this entire time. I made the reference before we got in here. I brought it up again now. I plan on using it for my closer. That's called a callback for those in the industry.
Let me write that down. Let me take that.
No, so I have what?
That wasn't on the agenda. 8 Mile.
8 Mile? No, but if they come out with a 9 Mile, I'm watching it. I'm all about sequels.
It's just gonna be like him in a wheelchair. He's such an old man.
He's pretty old, yeah.
He's such an old man.
So he has no bearing, because I remember a point in time where you couldn't get away from Eminem.
Yeah, he was hot. He was the thing.
Yeah.
He was the thing, and now it's going by the wayside.
Yeah, because you can't be the thing forever.
No, I feel like
you can't be the thing. You think he's still the thing?
He's
Stephanie's like, I've loved
He still does something for you?
think so. Am I wrong? No, maybe I'm out of my element here. But I think he's, I mean, a legend no matter what. Like
You think Eminem's a legend?
yeah, he's
Gotta
fucking goat. Like he truly is. Like he's everything. I mean, even like the documentary. I've watched some hip hop documentaries, and like everyone was like, there was just no beating him. There was nobody better than him. And at the rap battles and stuff like that, like he was quick.
You really wanted to root against him.
Yeah.
Like it was easy to root against him, but he had talent, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched
undeniable.
Showtime at the Apollo. Every now and then there'll be like an Asian kid that comes up there and he's gonna do a gospel song, and you're like, this could go horribly wrong. But then if he nails it and does a little moonwalk, he wins for 8 months in a row.
I guess I need to do some more Eminem research.
You're dressed like you were on the movie set.
I was gonna say. You're not far
You
from
came
it,
in here
Olivia.
like you had a hot 16 bars ready for us. Like you were about to
So
jump
glad you
into a
mentioned
rap battle.
No, I remember thinking Eminem was attractive when I was really
I was
young.
scared of him.
Yeah, like he was scary because
Yeah.
he was always mean.
Yeah, he was like, fuck my mom this, fuck
Yeah,
my mom
fuck-
that.
That-
And
I
was
think
like,
that's what did it.
holy shit.
Fuck all women and girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I'm a
Yeah.
stupid lady.
And then I saw like
Had a daughter.
my cousin had a poster of him on her wall, and I was like, how could you have him on your wall? He's scary and mean and this and that. And then my parents got me like an MP3 player for Christmas, and for whatever reason, the Real Slim Shady was already like pre-downloaded on it, and I was obsessed. I was like, oh, you want to answer?
My cousin? No, I never talked to her.
Speaking of cousins, and then I loved him, and I fell in love with his music, and I downloaded.
Who was on Stephanie's wall in high school?
Stupid, fucking all the it's embarrassing because it's like so like I don't know, anyone listening is just me like, yeah, no shit. So what I would do.
Somebody from the Vampire and Werewolf movie.
I know.
the call it
here's
by
the
its
thing.
name.
No.
It's called Twilight. It was written by Stephanie Myers. It has 3 installments, a
If we're
4-part
talking
movie
about-
series.
if we're talking
and
about
Mike
8
knows
Mile.
exactly what the fuck it is. Don't be a piece of shit.
People said I looked like Bella Swan
thought you
in
do.
high school. Yeah.
Stephanie does
I
look like
didn't-
Kristen Stewart.
Dude, so in high school, I was my superlative was celebrity lookalike, and it was Bella Swan from Twilight. It was.
And
it
she
was
does.
Kristen.
You do look like a young, like from the
Okay.
Twilight series.
I hated Twilight.
Okay.
You had nothing to do with it.
No, I only saw it because all my other friends were like, we're gonna see it. And someone had like a birthday party like at the movie theater to see like whatever the second or third one, or I don't know. And
Breaking Dawn.
You definitely had a T-shirt with that printed on it.
Yeah,
didn't
dude, I had.
You had the pillowcases.
Seriously,
for sure.
I love Twilight. I love Twilight. I couldn't read until really late in the game because I had a learning disability, and the first book I ever read was Twilight. Because that's what everyone was reading at that point.
Was the movie out already? Did
No,
you see the movie?
not the
I was
movie
gonna
yet.
say, like, this makes it a lot
This
easier
makes it
to
a lot easier
understand
to follow
now that I saw the
along.
moving picture.
Yeah, but
No,
that
definitely good
was my
concept.
first like book I read that my peers were reading. So I fucking love Twilight. I know it's bad, but like who fucking cares?
Yeah, I don't
You know, we all consumed bad things. And I like to watch it every 6 months just to feel something.
See, I think that's why I was a jackass, like a lot of the time in high school and in middle school, because I was like, I'm too like, I don't want to get in the mainstream bullshit. And so to answer your question, what was on my walls was I was a big movie buff. I liked a lot of comedies, a lot of movies, and so like I would buy DVDs, and then sometimes in DVDs they would have like the slip, like little mini poster or like whatever in it, and I would literally take those out of the DVDs and put them on my wall. So it was like Liar Liar and like Bruce Almighty, like all Jim
that's
Carrey
fire,
movies, and then like
actually, though.
Super Trooper and like fucking all these just ridiculous comedy like little movie posters were all over.
What's
my
your
wall.
favorite? What's your favorite comedy movie?
Oh my god, that's such a hard fucking.
You threw out Dumb and Dumber already. So that's
any
right up
any
there.
Jim Carrey movie, I mean Airplane, of course, is
Like the old school one?
yeah.
The throwback?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I know how to speak a little jive.
Yes. Of course, Airplane's incredible. It's such a good.
The dumbest gag in the world is taking a cup of water and holding it to your face because you think it's a phone. Works every single time I see
Wasn't the drinking problem? He was like, I have a drinking
it. Drinking problem.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty
Dude,
funny.
Airplane has it all. It
does
has
have
it all.
it
It's
all.
got the puns. It's got the physical comedy. It's got it all.
That's a lot of old school Mel Brooksy type type stuff. They're all little gang.
I love it. I love
Who was
it
on
all.
Who was on Olivia's wall? Like we have to ask.
We
It
need
was
to-
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Damn it. Would we have been I don't know if we would have been
No,
friends.
Stephanie, you would have thought that I was a basic bitch. And I've been like, Stephanie's mean.
No, people every friend I've had was like, I thought you were a bitch at first. I'm like, I'm really not, I promise. But I looked like it. I definitely looked like it in high school. I would have been nice to you.
I think we would have been like, there's something here.
We would have
but
connected
we have
through
to wait a
comedy.
few
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
We would have connected through comedy for sure.
It would have been the
Theater and
first joke
stuff.
that everybody else should have been like, "That's inappropriate for," and you
Yeah.
two would have giggled,
We would have been like,
and it
come
would have
on.
it would have taken you to the
Racism's
next
really
level.
funny.
Yeah. Grow up, you
Grow
guys.
up, guys.
I'm a little upset that the powers that be attack it to a level because to me I'm a comic. I feel like I was born a comic and everything is funny to me if it's funny, right?
Yeah.
I was actually doing some research. Do you guys watch that show Euphoria? Have you ever heard of it? Do you watch
I
it?
haven't watched it, but I know that it's hot. I
Yeah.
know that it's hot.
I think you would have
I'm in
to
the
close
same
your eyes
camp.
for a few scenes.
What do you
for an Olivia.
mean?
I don't know.
It's a
just
little.
like,
It
it's
goes
intense.
a little above
would have to close my eyes.
PG-13.
There's dicks. Like they show dick pics and everything. And I saw the first season. Yeah.
Ever
I
since
actually liked it a lot.
ever since Game of Thrones, like dicks on TV,
It's- yeah.
and vaginas.
Yeah.
the-
HBO
they're
is
just
always
there.
giving us the
It
goods.
still startles me just to see.
You're taken
genitalia on
aback.
screen.
I'm the old one
It
here.
always takes me back. It always startles me.
I almost said damsel, and you treated me like I was born in 1913. You know, when penises are on the screen, I'm just clutch the pearls. So you have seen it.
Taking a weird turn.
So I have not seen it. You have not seen it. We both know it exists. It's hot right now.
It's
You
everywhere.
have seen
it's a
it.
fucking meme.
Zendaya's
Yeah.
in it.
So
Zendaya's
right now,
hot.
I was doing a little research and I found out Dare, and I actually don't even remember what the actual acronym for Dare is. I remember taking it in
Dare.
high school, and we always said drugs are really exciting, but I don't remember what it actually stands for.
I don't know what it stands for. I can Google it.
We don't need to do
We don't
that.
need to
It's
know.
it's better to just
Make it up.
not know it. But so
Dare.
Dare is going at this Euphoria show for apparently its portrayal of drug use and dick pics.
Oh yeah, these are
sex
it's a
and
bunch
all
of
the other
baddies in the show.
It sounds like just baddies.
They
Like
do.
no one
Yeah.
I went to high school with had
They're doing the most. I
genitalia.
know. Everyone was a walking $10 Barbie at
Yeah.
Olivia's high school. They didn't have any.
Nobody had it.
didn't
It was a
have private
genitalia list.
No one gave a hand job till college. We all feel that way. We all feel that way.
I would have been the one teaching Olivia how to give a hand job in high school. I think.
Were they still doing sex ed in
No,
school
we
when you
did
guys
like,
were in it?
we did like
Terribly.
STD ed.
Yeah, that's really what. Yes.
We watched
Yeah.
a birthing video, and I sat alone in the front of health class because I didn't know anyone in the class, and like it was me and then 2 rows of tables, and then the rest of the class.
I never got the
And
birthing
whenever-
video. They actually just showed a woman giving birth.
Wait, what do you mean? They
Like
brought
a
a woman in to
birthing
give
video, like live in front of there.
birth? Wait, what are you talking about?
No, you said that you watched a birthing video.
Yeah, we didn't go to a birth. What?
Well, when you said video, I thought it was implied that you had your camera phone out while some lady was in the middle of the class.
No, it was like an educational birthing video. So it was like explaining what was
made.
happening, and they showed like the head coming out of the vagina, and I was not prepared for that. I can still hear the noise of the class, and I was sitting alone in the front, and I felt like everyone was like staring, like watching me react to it, if that makes sense. Like I felt like I was part of the class.
Like.
Yeah, I wanted to turn around and be like, I'm not trying to pay attention to this. There's
She
just
did the Kenny in South Park.
yeah, because it looked like I was just so excited about sex ed. I was like, I just don't know any of you.
I called dibs on front row.
That's so embarrassing.
I had to improvise a scene. I had to improvise twice in my sex ed class, which was like the most ridiculous like I never thought. So it was like how to reject someone and say no. But I was the person that was like
Raping?
Yeah. Yes. I had to be like, yeah, come on, like let's go have sex.
Oh my god.
And I was with my best friend, and he actually was so good at it and like dodging it and stuff like that. And I had to ask. There was like a drop-in teacher one of the coaches of the school, and he was like, I'm gonna prove to you guys how, people can lie to you about, not if they haven't had sex for the first time or whatever, like, like
What
if
the
they're
fuck?
yeah. So he sat
That's
down
so
in the chair
weird.
and he was like, ask me if I've ever had sex before, and I was like, have you ever had sex before? And he's like, no. And then I was like, okay, but you're married, right? Like I literally had to like question him. I was like, but you're married. He's like, yes, we are. I am married. And I was like, and you have kids? And he was like, we adopted them. So he was like just showing me like all the ways I could lie. But I had to like improvise questions in front of the class to ask him, and it was just like it was nonsense.
What were you supposed to get out of that? Like hoes be lying.
Yeah.
Like
No,
that's
it literally.
I feel like
like,
if we
people
continue
will
to
lie
dig,
to you.
this is like subverted.
yeah,
like she's
this
bringing
just
up
fucked
something.
you up, girl.
This is
Maybe that's why I was miserable
my
in high school.
God. Like, you
my,
were trying
my
to
gym
think about
teacher
your
I had to
gym
ask my
teacher.
gym teachers if he's fucked before.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
McHenry, man.
McHenry's wild.
If you're listening, McHenry.
That's like reverse sexual psychological torture. Like,
No, what?
no, I don't actually want to have sex with you.
I
Ask
know.
me about my sex
Yeah,
life.
maybe
I'm
that
gonna
was the-
deny it all.
I'm like really upset. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was. The way he phrased it was like, do we have anyone brave in the class?
And Stephanie was like, I don't give a shit.
Did you guys have people pregnant in your high school?
Yeah, we did. This
Yeah.
girl, she wore a shirt that said, she was
What?
pregnant.
Oh no.
Guys, I
She
went to school in
didn't-
Kansas.
She didn't have a shirt.
No, she was
promoting
pregnant.
a pregnancy.
No, she did. And it was like, she would wear pregnancy themed shirts that said like,
Did it say I'm with stupid
like
and an
eat
arrow
your
pointing
mama.
at her
One of
belly
them had like
button?
an arrow. I don't remember what it said. But I remember everyone was like, we were like, who is this? Like,
She's so
you're
proud.
weird. Like,
What was
we
her-
get that you're pregnant, but like, don't wear graphic T-shirts that are like, you had to buy all these shirts unless you had them.
They were just passed down. They were
Just
handed
passed down.
Her other
Yeah, and I feel
assistant.
bad. I mean, everyone was judgy, but also
Of course.
the T-shirt thing
don't
is
need the
really
t-shirt.
what gets
Yeah.
me. Now,
Just be
yeah,
pregnant in high school.
Yeah, it
you
doesn't.
just be pregnant in high school.
You could be a douche at any age, really.
yeah,
Doesn't
and then
matter.
you'd hear about a lot of people getting abortions. Like, I feel like my class had a lot of abortions.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so we were fucking. People were fucking out there. People were getting pregnant.
Was there when that young lady got pregnant, right? Did you guys know the father?
I didn't. She was a junior when I was a freshman. And I think there's another pregnant girl. There were like two others, I think, but they left school when they were pregnant. I don't know where they went. Probably to build a beautiful life.
Shout out to teen pregnancy. That's why I'm here.
Shout out to. Honestly, everyone should get pregnant when you're a teen. Do it while you're young.
Young. Your bodies will snap back faster.
Yeah.
Special shout
And
out.
then
My
you'll be
mom had
done
to drop
raising.
out of school and then she went back and graduated.
Fuck
so.
yeah.
Aw.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is great. See, teen pregnancy, it's
not
awesome.
that bad.
It's not that bad.
Don't
So
let
the video, but ultimately to say this, the video did nothing to curb teen pregnancy at your school.
I don't even know why they showed it. Like, I don't even remember talking about pregnancy. I think we walked in one day and they were playing the video of the birth. I kind of blacked out that class.
Yeah.
I did go to a sex class though at my church. My parents made me go to it.
Oh, no.
I have a few bits about it just because it was so absurd. The woman was actually on John Oliver. They did a whole episode on her because they were kind of like talking about how toxic she was for young people. And I like truly believed what she said for like
What was
most
some
of
the
high school.
things she
Just
said?
like things that like just fucked up ways to think about sex. Like if you are a woman and you have sex with multiple men, a man will not want you
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
Just basic things like that.
Yeah.
And I wore a purity ring after that lecture. It said "True love waits." I think I threw it away, but I wish I still had it. Yeah, I'm trying not to go into a set about it. I'm trying to live in the moment.
Is there people are naturally going to we're all humans. We've been doing this game since people have been around, right?
Oh, having sex?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's kind of the groundwork.
Yeah,
of
it's
the,
been
of the
going
whole
on
thing.
for a couple years.
Is that necessary in schools to have these educational things when kids are growing up with cell phones and can answer any questions, can watch anything that comes to their minds?
No. I mean, I think sex ed should be taught. It's just the way it's taught right now is it's despicable. It's just awful. It's nonsense, right? You only remember a baby getting pushed out of a vagina, and right, don't have sex, you'll get STDs, and that's like that's all they say. That's all they say in health education, and it's just it's terribly taught. So I think we should have health education, but not the way we're doing it right now. We need reform in health education.
Yeah, and it's really the issue we should be talking about.
Is it the same? Is it the same? Would you say it's the same with drugs? Like you talk about it in high school, tell people. Should parents be like, here, smoke this whole pack of cigarettes till you get sick?
Yeah.
Here, hey, let's find a hot vein and shoot up one time, but do it with me so you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Type.
Right.
What kind of drug did
all
you
the
have?
drugs. Every single one.
We didn't even have a drug chat. I'm still learning about drugs to this day.
I feel like some part of Kansas City has to be the methamphetamine capital.
Right.
It probably is. I don't know much about drugs, guys.
She was too busy getting her purity ring.
I'm too
engraved.
busy getting my period ring. I was too busy loving the Lord. Guys,
She was too busy being hot and bothered by the pregnancy video.
Yeah.
It's like,
by
this
the
is
blacked
by
out
the
for
penises on
months
HBO
after
Go.
that video. She's like, who turned on HBO Max? I didn't know you were playing
Do
that
we
in
have any
schools.
HBO Minor around here? I'm a lady.
What's an HBO minimum, please?
Yeah, I didn't know much about the drugs in Kansas City.
You weren't big on the.
I can tell you there was an art festival once a month in downtown. Downtown Kansas
Somebody was
City.
definitely doing Molly at a downtown Kansas City
I'm
arts
sure there are
festival.
people doing drugs. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't know what drugs were, so I couldn't have picked up on if they were happening
I'll
anyway.
tell you who was doing drugs. Her gym teacher. Ask me if I've had sex. No. Now ask me some more.
Yeah, ask me if I did coke before this class. Ask me that.
That's chaos.
No. You have powder around your nose. I ate a donut.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been the fucking game. I thought you were
picture
allergic
him.
to gluten. Like what? Like I would have to ask him all these fucking questions.
I picture him like in little gym shorts too.
Oh, he absolutely was. He was a big dude. He had a t-shirt and gym shorts that were like, obviously like hiked up. You had to pull him down a lot, and he was sitting there with his clipboard that he like had in gym. It was literally like it was just like some pop-in because our teacher had to run out or something. And
That's
he was like,
horrible.
He's like, I'm teaching.
That's
this bitch
pretty
today."
bad. That's
no,
pretty bad.
He was a really cool gym teacher. Like he wasn't, but that just
Did you ever see him outside of school and get that weird?
You ever see him
that weird-
fucking? You ever see him have
Did
sex?
Did
You ever see him making love?
Did you ever see him?
You ever see him pounding?
You ever see him just bareback in the fucking the social studies teacher?
And you're like, I knew it.
I said it in class. I
You like
fucking
follow
knew
him
it.
home. You're like,
You made me look like a fool up
You
there.
make me look like a fucking idiot.
You really
That's
had us all
psychotic.
going for a second there,
That's psychotic.
Coach Burton.
That's psychotic. I hope he's listening.
I know. I'm gonna send it to him.
At some point in time, he's gonna know he had an impact on your life.
He
That was the
really
first thing that came to your mind.
It was. I was like, what
That's so
fucked up
fucked
things
up.
happen? And yeah, I had to improvise and fucking sex ed. It was ridiculous, but it was still good.
Did the people that peaked at your high school did they keep going on that trajectory? Did the prom king, the coolest girl, the high school
Yeah.
football star, are they still on that trajectory of awesomeness, or are you spying on them on Facebook going, you got what you deserve?
Peaking's a real thing after high school.
What was? Like they were going up or going down?
They were just in high school. They were like at their all-time high.
Apex.
Everyone thought they were like this guy, that guy, this girl, and then you see them now, and you're like, oh no,
Really?
Like
life
everybody's
was not
just human.
kind
I feel
to
like
you.
they're all. I will see people on Facebook, and I'm like, you're still hot. You're still doing it.
They might be hot, but like they're just like hanging out, They're
Yeah.
not doing much.
I don't know. I don't really keep track because I just truly don't care. I don't ever want to.
Yeah.
I would never go back to a high school reunion.
No,
I would
those are
never-
Never
insane.
know?
Those
Not
are,
at all?
Have you?
I went to high school overseas, and so it's hard. Like they go other places, and I'm just like, I can't.
There's a hometown bar in my hometown, and people like will meet there during the Thanksgiving break.
It's yeah, I would hate that.
I went,
and I see people do
once
it.
and I was
how'd
like,
it go?
I was just like stunned the whole time that like people
It's so weird.
do, like it's a tradition for people in my high school.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I ever went and the last time. I was like,
Yeah,
we don't need to do that again.
my coworker went to one of those, and as she was walking down the stairs to where the party room was for the reunion, she fell down all of the stairs and did.
I would have went back just for that.
And did and did 2 rolls and landed on her face in front of the whole school.
That's why you don't go back.
And that's why you don't go back.
Don't go back.
You don't go back. You want them to talk about you as if you're too good.
Yeah.
Like you're better than
That's why you lie on social media and make your life look better than it is, and you don't.
I try to be honest in social media.
I know.
Okay.
Why? Who does that?
Listen,
the people who peaked in high school are not honest on social media.
You gotta see,
No.
Mike. I'm very honest on social media. I'm not sure if you follow me, but I did post a sandwich that I ordered from Star. I posted the picture of what the sandwich was supposed to look
The
like,
saddest.
and then I posted a picture of what the sandwich actually looked like to show that I'm not doing my best. My days aren't perfect.
Easily
know?
the saddest part of that story is that she ordered a sandwich instead of made a sandwich.
I was on the go. I was on the go.
Out and about. She had no
I was out and
choice.
about. I think that's the best part that I
Yeah.
could pay for a sandwich.
It truly was the
Fair
Instagram
enough.
versus reality
Yeah.
moment of your life.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is who because there are some people that'll project the downsides of what's going on and the sad parts of their life on social media.
They're too much.
That's so.
And it's
Don't
like no, just lie to
You
me.
gotta
Tell
stay,
me everything's
just
fantastic.
Stay neutral.
Well, sometimes when people are like spiraling, I'm like, I don't know if this is a good outlet for you right now.
Right.
It should be a swing, a natural swing, like
Yeah.
happy,
Like,
moderate,
I do like-
sad.
This is
Yeah.
kind of
Happy.
fucked up, but I do like when people post like when something tragic has happened, because it's like a way to tell people without
Sure.
like so you know what's going on with
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
You know, like someone in your circle, but you're not necessarily best friends with. You're like, oh, someone they know recently passed away. Like you have more empathy for
Mhm.
people. But when people are just like, today's the worst day ever, blah 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 blah, like things that don't matter. I'm like, okay, this isn't what
It's
that
like,
means.
You're just having a bad
Yeah,
day.
you're just
My
having a bad
algorithm
day.
has me
And now
down
you-
pat too.
Yeah.
The saddest moment of your life, thumb. Ooh, cat video.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Pops it right
breakdancing.
back up.
Ooh, and then I forgot about what. I'll see you again
Yeah,
in public
right.
that same day and be like,
That
hey
makes
man, what's
sense.
happening?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah. We're all good here.
We're all the up and up.
As long as we just keep scrolling, we're all good.
Show me some more dead dads. Let me see the real shit, guys.
I never know which emoji to use.
Emoji?
for those ones. I just love dating myself.
Emoji to use.
Just
Do you ever have people put hearts on your posts?
I get mad if I don't. It feels like a thumbs up is the lowest level of.
It is. It's like okay.
Because
you know?
that's just a single tap. Like you didn't
it's
even
like
have you didn't have
put
to
no
hold you didn't have to
fucking
hold
thought into that
impress
like.
and slide over and nothing.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
prefer a comment. I'd prefer like if I have a picture I post and there's a lot of comments, I'm like, yeah, this did well.
I prefer a like, share, and subscribe. Real Rap Podcast. No, so does that have an impact though on people's psyche, the psyche of the collective body of people on the planet today? That
Yeah, it'll
boom,
fuck
this is
you up
all-
if you don't get a post with a lot of likes. I think it'll.
You
Yeah.
could kill yourself.
It's so valuable.
4 likes?
these
Are you
days.
serious?
Just-
If I got 4 likes on a picture though,
You're
that would
cheap.
rock my world.
You're-
I'd be like, what happened?
Mm.
Like even a shitty picture will get like maybe 50 likes.
Yeah.
4 likes?
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
I would
It's like, oh, I'm falling off.
I would kill myself. 4 likes, that's like you must have posted something like
So bad.
toxic
Yeah.
if you get 4 likes.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
something like aggressively unlikable to get 4
Mm.
likes. And if I got 4 likes from a selfie,
Mm.
Never show your face.
grounds for dismissal.
Well, it's really just that Truman Show, right? Everybody's just it's your own television
Truman
program.
Show.
That's my guy.
That's her guy.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Jim Carrey. Yeah, Truman Show. Yeah, it's true though. You're a fucking main character, so you're like, how am I not getting this like enough likes on this? It doesn't bother me, but then it's like when you get like a lot of likes, you're like, I just want fucking more now. I
Yeah,
want
you get
more.
horny for
Yeah,
it.
you
That
get-
actually,
Yeah, you get hungry. And
You definitely
horny.
do.
Yeah.
I know I'm close. I know this comic. I actually plan on having him on. He did he
Ray
did a quick
Romano.
video and that man's name. So how did
So funny.
So
You were talking about Ray
how
Romano.
was it?
Is that who it is?
How was that? How was it being Diet Jerry Seinfeld? Right?
You got
Comments?
him. Roasted and
He
toasted,
was.
baby.
He was just like the Italian.
I know
version.
a comic. He did a in his car like self video or whatever, right? Real quick talking about the Power show that came out, and then boom, 50 Cent and a few people grabbed it, posted it on their thing. He went,
Oh,
"Boom."
yeah, that's pretty sick. That's what everyone
And then
wants.
it was just, and he had tons of videos before that. He's had tons of videos
It
after
just takes
that.
the one.
But that one boosted him. And I'm wondering, because, you know, we know plenty of people. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I could check your socials if you're on TikTok or whatnot. You probably have a video or two that did some fantastic numbers. And having that big injection of...
Yeah,
Nothing
no,
like
yeah, I used to be big on Twitter. Like I fucking love Twitter. Like I like it was such a competitive thing for me, like in my
Oh.
college social circle to like have like a campus wide tweet. Like I got crazy about it. Like I was like into it, and I kind of don't do it anymore. But it did used to like make me feel bad when I thought one was gonna be really funny, and then like it got no likes or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was in college. So if
Yeah.
you were younger than that, maybe 10 years younger than that or something, you did the same thing. Would
For
that
like
have
high
a-
school or something, I'm sure people
Yeah.
do that. Like with
yeah.
their, because it feels like a little whatever circle you're in is what your news feed looks like. So like if you're a comic in Chicago, that's what your news feed looks like, and it's probably like you want to get your voice heard.
Yeah.
And that's why I like am not on Twitter. I'm like, this is too much for me right now.
One of the odd things for me is that with any one given person, I can have 5 different avenues of conversation and none of them overlap. If I have a text conversation with you, it has nothing to do with our messenger conversation. And it has nothing to do with our TikTok conversation.
It's so separate.
And it has nothing to do with our real life
Insane.
conversation.
Yeah, you never
And how
talk
dare
about
you,
it.
like, yeah, if you bring up, like, if we're talking and you bring up something that we talked about on Messenger, I'm going to be like, ew.
You're like, that
what an
doesn't exist
asshole.
here.
Yeah,
You don't.
yeah, like no one would.
Put your voice down.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, like I would never go up to Stephanie and be like, "Oh, your picture, I liked it."
Yeah.
Like I would
Yeah.
just like it. And
Yeah.
then, like
You
that
can
was the
actually
end.
You don't have to
die.
talk about it.
If
Yeah.
you say something bogus in our Twitter feed,
Yeah.
I'll kill you
Yeah,
on
you're
Twitter.
fighting me
Yeah,
on
you
Twitter.
But
get
you're still
canceled.
alive in 5 other places
Absolute,
for
yeah,
me.
absolute Twitter war, and then it's all fun and games on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snapchat. Are you guys still on Snapchat?
I don't. Oh my god.
I have it for. I
seems
have it
like-
just to have it
I want to
exist.
end.
It
I
seems
want
like
it
just
to
for
end.
fucking, like-
I want it to
It's
be over.
it's
I think
definitely
it's
the
just for fu-
dirtiest.
It's definitely dirty. Like when someone on like a dating app would ask me for a Snapchat, I'd be like, "No, I'm in my 20s. I'm not gonna Snapchat you."
It blows my mind that there are like middle schoolers out there with the ability of Snapchat. Like I was like, if I was in middle school,
It'd be bad.
it would be so bad.
It'd be
like
so
we
bad.
would all have gotten in trouble.
I got
People
started pretty
do.
early, so
Yeah, I feel like it was when I was in. My little brother had it in middle school, I think, and people were getting into
Dude.
trouble, like with sending nudes and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if
Like,
you actually stop and think about it, I think we all kind of got started early on some
yeah.
low level, but then it starts to build up. Like if you, yeah, I mean, it wasn't taking too long before
you're
Mikey the
fucking-
Explorer,
yeah.
before the fucking, all right. So Kill Bang Marry, Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
and TikTok.
kill TikTok.
Yeah.
Kill TikTok.
Wow.
I know it's important to comics and I know it's important to people's success and careers, but fucking kill it.
Kill it.
Kill it now.
Dab it
why
to
is
death.
why is TikTok so easily to be thrown right off the boat
It's just
into deep waters?
so much. There's so much good content too. There's so much addictive content.
In a span of
And-
27 seconds.
And for the sake of comics, I know there's comics out here. I don't post. I have 2 videos and I've left it at that. And I'll eventually add more, but it's not consuming me right now. But like I know it consumes
Right now.
comics right now. We'll find out. But like there are comics who are like just dying for likes on TikTok because it can. I mean you can get paid off of it. You can get notice off of
Olivia
it.
said it's addicting.
People can get into shows just based off of their TikTok following. So it's like it's a huge deal. So kill it, motherfucker. Kill it. Facebook.
Would you fuck Facebook or marry it? I feel like I know what you're gonna say. Say it.
I don't want to marry it.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck
I'm gonna
Facebook.
fuck
You're gonna
Facebook.
fuck the shit out of
You think
Facebook.
Facebook's a good like a
No,
a
but
good
it's
bedfellow?
hot.
It's-
Yeah.
And it's been around. It's like it's been
a
around for a
distinguished
while.
gentleman?
Yeah.
Yes, it's been around for a while that you kind of like
It's
don't
the gym
really
teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
They think like you're the hottest thing that's ever happened. Yeah.
Facebook, yeah, you get real hot and bothered on Facebook.
And it was fine, but you can't do that again.
Yeah, no. It
And
would
then
be,
you marry Instagram.
You're gonna
Marry
marry
Instagram.
that superficial cunt Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna treat each other. We're gonna look good,
The marriage is gonna be in shambles.
but we're gonna look good.
Instagram
But you're
has
gonna
a
look
yes, it has a
fantastic.
standard that to uphold, and you're gonna be in a hot marriage.
Mm.
People are
Yeah.
gonna want to be your marriage, but Facebook, it's not. It's meaningless. I'm like, you
Yeah, and
sail and bail on it.
If I just got to this planet yesterday and I asked you to describe those three places to me in as quickly as possible, what would you say? Like, how quickly could you describe Facebook? Like, it's all right. It's online. I understand that people can join in, do their photos, write their descriptions. But what's the aesthetic? What neighborhood in Chicago would it be? It's where not mature, but the older folks. It's a retirement
Like
home.
yeah, like
Edgewater, like
Edgewater.
up north, like Evanston.
Mm.
Because it's like where people go to feel like comfortable, but like also kind of like in the scene, like in the city, but it's like safe enough away from the
You
city.
could be comfortably racist.
Yes, where you can be comfortably racist. I'm not saying Evanston is a racist place, but you can be comfortably racist up there because it's like further, like maybe Skokie. Maybe Skokie works. Yeah, it's like it's a little because Facebook is disconnected from. It's still mainstream social media, but like Instagram's where it's at. Instagram and TikTok have like taken over. That's where where all
where
the
it's
cool
at.
kids
Feels like it's just
are.
an age thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you can be a great grandma and be on
Facebook.
On
Yeah.
Facebook.
Mhm.
easily.
Instagram not so much.
Instagram is a
Yeah.
little confusing. Twitter, absolutely not. You'll get lost.
If
beyond all
you're
belief.
19
lost.
and
Twitter is
younger
just
on Facebook, it's like wow,
Foreign
nobody likes you.
jungle.
Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like Twitter is just downtown because you're like,
it's
there's
the,
so many.
It's the yeah. It's
there's
the
so
center
many
of the loop.
people.
It's a nonsense mess.
How do I get my voice heard?
Mhm.
I gotta call an Uber.
Twitter is literally just a text message to the world.
It is.
It is just a text message to the world.
Yeah, it's your journal. It's a quick little journal.
Yeah, I used to have a
Memo.
Twitter account that like no one followed, where I would just put random thoughts.
I almost wanted to make like a Finsta Twitter, like a fake
yeah,
or like incognito, and just like say just the most ridiculous
and it
shit.
feels good to like. I used
Yeah.
to do
Mm.
that. It feels good to get it out, but I'm
I've
like,
always
if
wanted
anyone
to.
ever found
Yeah.
this,
I know.
Is that the origin story to the cancel culture? Is
Twitter.
somebody just makes an empty fake shell of an account
Yeah,
and
and
goes,
someone
"This
gets
is
pissed off
oh
about it.
yeah,
I
like
don't even mean this. I just want to say it because it's on my heart and it's evil." Ah!
yeah, I think the singer Lorde had a Instagram account that like was a new account. Like she started it like not as Lorde, where she took her favorite pictures of pickles she's found, and then
no.
and she would and she would post them, and people found out it was Lorde like within a week of her making the account. So like people can find out. Like people will
Yeah, people
you
will hunt
can't
you
be
down.
you can't there's ways to get around it. They can see who the main account's attached
You're
to.
not hiding anything from anyone anymore.
No,
The
but
simple
we should
fact
be
that,
able
that
to.
all three of us are potentially going to be, seen by more and more people as we progress in our respective careers, and then eventually somebody is going to dig through all of your content.
Oh
There's
God.
going to be something that you completely forgot about.
I hope no one ever finds this,
No, God, no.
Nobody watch. Turn it off right now. Turn it off.
Nobody watches this.
She loves Twilight.
I have 7 subscribers. 5 of them are my family, and none of us talk.
No, this would be a good thing to find. I feel like we're all holding our own.
The only person I'm sending this to, gym teacher,
Yeah, Mr.
and that
Burton.
girl
Yeah,
that fell
would
down
be
the
bad.
stairs at
Yeah.
the.
I'll send this to her. I'll be like, I
Class
talked about
reunion.
you.
Hey, remember that horrible moment in your life that you always wanted to get rid of?
You want everyone else to
It's-
forget
It
about
lasts
you.
on the internet forever.
Yeah, I think she'd be cool with it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I definitely did some bad stuff in high school. That, like, I was in the theater. I was in theater department, and our director kind of had us do roles sometimes. Where I'm like, can I do this role? and I scoured Facebook for pictures. I didn't find any, but
Wait, I don't understand what what role.
like I guess
What do you
like
mean?
he would always like cast people who weren't like people of color for roles for people of color,
Sure.
and they wouldn't change the lines.
So you're scared somebody's gonna find your blackface?
But I guess
Yeah.
no, I don't like
Somebody's gonna find her playing Harriet Tubman back in 7th grade.
She
that
asked
would
to do it.
cancelable.
Yeah.
Underground Railroad. I thought that was a subway. Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha.
No, I think that there was.
You guys like Eminem? Like,
It's fucked up.
Mom
say
spaghetti. Let's go
that.
to freedom.
None of this happened. That's not. The only thing I remember, like, I remember other people doing like some fucked up shit. The only thing I remember is that I wore a kimono once.
oh yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know what was said, but I know that I was
But
wearing
you
one.
didn't use your fingers to pull your eyes back. Or
I
anything
didn't
like
do that.
All right.
At least I hope I did.
If anything that happens in high school theater is not your fault. It's not. your fault.
Yeah.
Oh, not
it's
according to the
It's-
internet. The internet
Listen.
gives no shits.
Right, and looking back, I'm like, that is like fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
so, like, why didn't a parent say something? Like,
Yeah.
why didn't an adult come into the room? I
Mm.
honestly probably shouldn't be talking about this because I don't want anyone to.
But funny's
trouble.
funny though, right? And even
It is,
if
'cause it's
something's
so
trying to be
ridiculous,
funny
yeah.
and it's not funny, it's like, all right, that wasn't funny, but I'm not gonna cancel you over not being funny.
Yeah, I don't even think it was trying to be funny. Everything was just in a play.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just
Is
thoughtless.
that what it is?
probably.
Like, as long as it's Shakespearean, then
Yeah.
you can say
Yeah,
or
well,
do
that's
whatever
another
you
thing.
want.
Like with movies, sometimes there are actresses, like kids will be in movies and they'll have to be like naked for a scene. It's not even sexual, but I'm like, is this okay?
Yeah, is it
I'm like,
necessary?
is this child, like, what's the line between art and like child pornography is
Yeah.
like another thing that
I
I'm
had
like,
somebody just showed me this cartoon on Netflix that's all about going through puberty, right?
Are you talking
and it
about
had-
the fucking.
And it
Nick
has like the
Kroll
little
and John
monster,
Mulaney?
yeah, and it has like
Big
the
Mouth.
puberty monster, Big Mouth.
Yeah.
Ultimately, right? That's just
They
a
got
half
in
hour. That's a
trouble.
half hour of drawn child porn, right?
I love, yeah.
They got in trouble. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Because it's
it
definitely
felt
little grade school
educational, though.
penises.
I didn't think there was anything wrong.
No,
with
it felt
that show.
educational.
No.
If anything, I was
Yeah.
like, this is a great way to learn about sex ed. It's
Yeah.
not like kids don't know what penises
Did we just
look
solve
like.
the riddle?
Watch Big
Yeah.
Mouth.
Watch Big
So
Mouth.
no-
It's not
no more-
cancelable.
no
Big
more
Mouth should not be cancelable.
Birthing
Cancelable.
videos is just a
Just watch
season of Big Mouth.
Yeah.
I liked it, and it's like, yeah, of course they're that age because that's the age you go through all that shit. Like that's when you're
Yeah.
pumping pillows
And you're really
shit.
gross. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Pen 15 is kind of like that too.
And
It's
15
like
is like that, yeah.
just like being gross. Because girls are never gross on TV, like
No,
when
yeah.
they're going through puberty.
They're
But like
gro- gross or weird,
you're
yeah.
nasty.
Oh yeah, it's like dandelions falling from the sky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's all blue blood.
It's
There's
all-
no red
You
blood.
were just
Butterflies.
you were a kid, and then one day you wake up and you're a sexy, sexy lady,
Mhm.
and there's no in
Your
between.
hips popped out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you're hairless.
hairless.
Were you guys like tomboys growing up, and then at some point in time?
I went back and forth. I was like, I'm a tomboy, I'm a girly girl, I'm a tomboy. I went back and forth all the time. And then in college, I was like, let's dress like as gay as possible.
Let's test the waters. Let's send mixed signals. let's see how desperate these guys really are.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
How many flannels are they willing to take off me?
Yeah, one time I was in a rehearsal for a play and I was playing a lesbian and I had just worn my normal clothes to rehearsal that day. And
You
someone
nailed it.
and someone thought that it was a dress rehearsal and they go, the second you walked out, I knew that who you were. I was like, this is and I was like, okay. The director's like, can you actually wear that outfit?
You bring your own clothes. Yeah. Yeah. I was definitely a tomboy.
Mm.
Yeah, you're still kind of
I'm still
tomboy.
pretty tomboy. Yeah, this is the most feminine anyone has ever seen me, I think.
Those
Yeah,
are-
Despite what
Kind of Daphne vibes.
You got your
My look.
ready for
We're
Afghanistan
going to
boots
war,
on.
yeah. Yeah. I got my what is it called? Waterproof spray on them. I gotta retouch.
All right, serious. So we're about to be in the month of February, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back when I was in grade school, I actually. Oh wait, hold on. I think keep the party going, kids. Ladies, please talk to each other.
Okay.
Thank God.
Um,
Thank God he left, right?
All right, Steph.
What's up?
What'd you do this? Is this a bit? Is this like he's gonna bring in somebody?
I know. Are we gonna be a surprise? It's Ray Romano.
It's Ray Romano.
He's a podcast.
It's the cast of Twilight. Come on in. You didn't like Twilight at all?
No.
Did you like The Hunger Games?
No.
Did you like Divergent?
No.
Did you like Harry Potter?
No.
You illiterate bitch. You just
I
can't
just
read.
didn't like reading. It's really my life.
You dumb whore.
I know. I was so bad at it. I didn't like any of those.
What did you read at all?
Mhm.
What'd you read?
I can't remember.
The Great Gatsby.
No, I didn't like Gatsby.
Some F. Scott Fitzgerald.
I liked Catcher in the Rye was cool.
Classic.
Catcher in the Rye. I read it and I don't understand. I'm sorry to jump right in the
I
middle
don't
of your
remember
conversation.
either. I don't really
Catcher in the
remember
Rye?
it that well. He was just like some stressed out kid walking around the streets.
That was like looking after his sister or whatever, right?
Oh, God, I wish I knew. I really don't remember. Of Mice and Men was cool. I remember that book. I read on my own time too, but like I was definitely consumed with movie culture. Like I was watching movies instead of like reading. I used to read a lot when I was younger, and then in high school I would turn on a movie like every single time I was like doing homework or whatever.
In between Twilight sagas, what were you reading?
Twilight was the main. I would reference it. My sister had like dirty books under her bed. Like she had like 12 dirty books saved under her bed, and she would save pages, and sometimes I would go read those.
Yeah.
And were like magazines.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I read. That's really bad. I should have read more. I feel like I read more now. Definitely. The pandemic got me back into reading, I feel like.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks and then I buy the book to look more educated when people come over.
That's hilarious. You're like, I've read it. I know.
I've definitely heard a lot of
I
books.
like that. Yeah, books are so aesthetically pleasing, like to have on your shelves and stuff. Those are nice. What were we talking about?
I don't know. We were just having our own conversation while Mike did what he had to do.
I like that as soon as I left, it got off of like babies and child pornography, and you guys went right into actual educated material. Like, oh, what books have you been reading? now that toxic masculinity is out of here, let's have a progressive conversation.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting that Stephanie and I were like, I don't know if we would have been friends if we met if we were like younger.
No, we probably would have been cool with each other. I was never mean to anybody. I was never like dismissive or anything. I just kept to myself. I'm so far away from them. I'm like, it's such a bad thing. I do that in interviews too. I like lean in my chair all the time.
Look at you, Mrs. About to Make It.
No.
You look relaxed though.
I do. That's what all it is. It means I'm enjoying myself. That's my body language.
I do remember my question, right? Once upon a time in school, I had to do a book report on Black History Month. We're about to be in February, right? And my ultimate, and at the time, it was grade school. It was early. I didn't have a humongous grasp on a lot of things, right? But I was like, it seems kind of foolish to me that we're just gonna learn about this particular topic for X amount of days and then go on with it.
Yep.
So my question for wherever you guys grew up at, whether it be Black History Month, Hispanic History Month, Native American History, Woman History Month, is that, I mean, going back to the question with the sex education, does that do anything? Specifically with Black History Month, when you guys are sitting there, is that kind of like sex ed class, like, oh, let's go ahead and do it and get it over with?
I lived in Kansas. We didn't have a Black History Month there.
That's phenomenal to know.
Yeah, we didn't have that. Or Women's History Month. We had history class, and we had that week of sex ed, and a lot of racism. That's what our school had.
So that was the color palette that painted the portrait of Olivia. How did you so not saying that because you're clearly the most racist person I've ever met, but how do you get you come to a city like this where there's a little bit of everybody and you get along with anybody I've ever seen you interact with? Doesn't matter who they are.
Oh, that's nice. How did I? I don't know. I went to college and met more people. I don't think I was like around like my family. Like isn't I don't think racist. But I mean, yeah, Kansas isn't a super inclusive place, and I mean, I went to college in Kansas, but it's better. I don't know. I was around a ton of like, I don't know, different kinds of people.
Is that nature or nurture to have the racism bone in you? Can it be untaught?
You're
or once it's in there?
you're asking two white ladies a lot of questions.
Because I hardly get to ask two white ladies any meaningful questions.
I don't know because right. I think I think it's both. I don't know. I think it's both because right. You're told by I don't know your parents or your grandparents like this is one way or whatever, and then you realize you're like it's not though, and so you can like get over it and think for yourself. But then there's also it's like people that don't think otherwise, and they're like my mom's right. Mom and dad are right about everybody. You know. So it's, I don't know people who don't get out of the house enough. Maybe I don't. So. I came from a racist town too. Okay, God,
I overcame.
Just because I'm from Illinois, it doesn't mean I didn't come from a racist. But no, my town. It's really close to Wisconsin, so it is like rural, and they're mainly just. I think we like had like I looked at the statistics, and there was like 2% African American, like in our like you knew everybody. Like if there was a black person, you knew them. Everybody knew them.
You knew that they were the one shoplifting.
they were the one vandalizing all. Yeah, they were
that
the ones
black boy
breaking into
wrote
cars.
KKK on somebody's garage.
No, but so I started a charity in elementary school actually, and then it carried on for 11 more years because there was this incredible mentor teacher. She carried it on past me and everything, but then she told me she was like she had it basically got shut down by the school because the school didn't understand why we were trying to help people. And one caller, like some parent called in and literally asked the question, why are we helping black people? Like literally called in and asked that question, which is just like, what do you mean? Like what, I don't even, and so like people like didn't want their kids like being a part of this club because it like helped other people. And so there's, I mean, yeah, there's, and I don't know, hopefully those kids are cool or whatever, but also those kids are probably a part of the kids that peaked in high school and haven't left their hometown because they're literally too scared.
Sure.
So, yeah.
With the way things are today and these phones and the internet and everything, you have access to so many
That's true.
different cultures, different aspects of society that it's kind of hard to stay in your bubble. You almost have to go out of your way to stay in your own private little bubble, it feels like. Or is it never really gonna go away? It's just fun sometimes, right?
I think it does help exposure and like help you see other people like outside of your hometown. Be like, oh, other people exist, other cultures exist, and that's super. Like that's cool about TikTok. I don't know if you want to talk about TikTok again, but like because TikTok does show you a bunch of cool things and different things outside of your own space. But I think to like go out and live it is a different thing and not
definitely.
be like scared of other people. Because I know people are scared from my hometown of going to the city because of all the diversity. It's true though. It's like a sad but true. Like people like to stay in the hometown because they just are comfortable there because it's like everybody looks like them, everybody talks like them.
It's almost hard to blame any one individual person for something like that unless they've grew up and knew so many black folks, right? That they just developed like every single. I've known thousands, and all of them just pissed me off.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like you. It was probably handed down,
Yeah.
and you never put yourself in too many positions to be proven wrong.
Yeah, that'd be weird to come from like a liberal hippie family and like they just have this horribly racist 12-year-old. Does that ever happen?
Right. Like I don't think that ever happened.
Is it bad that I kind of want that? I want to see what how that happens.
No.
That's the
Is that what the internet could do?
Yeah.
The internet could do that too. It could probably do the opposite.
Yeah. Oh,
like some white kid that grew up in like Spanish Harlem, and he goes, finally I made it to West Bubblefuck, Alabama. I couldn't stand it. All that diversity growing up.
Where the people are good.
So ultimately, that month of all right, here you're force-fed learning this about something. It did nothing for you, and your school was like, we don't. Yeah,
I can't think of anything we did. We never talked about race when growing up ever. I don't think.
No, we did. I remember in fourth grade, fifth grade. We were like celebrating Black History Month, and I did mine on Bill Cosby.
Excellent choice.
He was on the list. You could pick him.
Yeah, of course you could.
He was
He was America's dad.
Yeah.
Dr. Huxtable could do no wrong.
He was still, nobody knew. Nobody knew.
Wait a minute.
People knew, right? Didn't everyone know?
It wasn't mainstream. It wasn't like it wasn't cancelable yet.
I think if you were in the comedy circuit at that time, you probably heard the whispers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it wasn't. Yeah, the public didn't know.
Because he got exposed. It feels like it was a pretty.
Well, he was
pretty
doing it for a while.
decent amount of time ago.
Quite a
So
few
wait a
decades.
minute, Olivia. You have a distinct, active memory of the first time you met like a black person,
Oh, no.
and/or Mexican,
No,
and/or Puerto Rican.
I don't have that.
Like-
And that would be crazy. I gotta dot it down. I gotta put it in. I gotta take a
August
picture.
13th, 1998.
No, that would be crazy.
I'll never forget it. I say, "Where's my watch?" Who's that?
No, that would be whack. That would be whack.
Wiggity wiggity whack.
Yeah. Mike, I have to head out soon.
Of course you do, and that is why at this particular time we're gonna
Send you
go
a
ahead and
text.
get into their socials and find out where you can. I've had so much fun with this particular insightful episode of the Real R.A.P podcast. Before you get up out of here, Olivia, and go be somebody, please let the folks know the socials to find you at, your Instagram, what you got going on in the city.
My Instagram is OG Carter.
Of course it is.
The G stands for Grace. I made it before I knew that OG stood for Original Gangster or OG Kush. But that's where you can find me. That's all I am wanting to plug.
Perfect. And Stephanie, please let the folks know how they can find you on socials and what you got going on in the city.
Yeah, I'll just stick to Instagram. It really feels like the only one that's worth it for me right now.
We definitely talked about that.
Yeah, it's my name. It's Stephanie, and then it's underscore. That's 3 underscores. Robertson.
Fantastic.
That's my name. That's all I got.
City of Chicago, these ladies are burning it up on stage. Are you guys producing shows yet?
Stephanie does.
We do a little bar show at McGee's in Lincoln Park, right under the Red Line, Fullerton Stop. It's a fun little thing every first and third Monday of the month. And then the originally formerly known as the New Normal at the Lincoln Lodge, it's now called Off the Cuff, and we're returning this February.
This February.
Yeah, check us out every Friday at the Lincoln Lodge.
Every Friday at the Lincoln Lodge. Both these ladies, funny as hell on stage, funny as hell in real life. Please make sure you follow. And also, please make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to the Real R.A.P podcast. I have been Mike Knight. I'm see you next time. Love. Peace.
Good job, guy.
Mike, you straight from the south side. Mike, I'm just so happy to be here right now. The Real R.A.P podcast.